What's up? Welcome back to Cappin with the crew. I'm your host, KJ. And with me, I got your boy.
Your boy Will.
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Man, it's the start of my weekend, so I'm not complaining. How about yourself?
I'm decent, man. I'm decent out here, but the NBA is tripping. They capping. So let's get into brass tacks, man. This James Harden trade has sent shockwaves throughout the entire league. How do you feel about it?
It's crazy. It's well beyond crazy, but I mean, it was writing on the wall. You can tell he wasn't going to be there the entire season. Like, obviously, he's a
Oh,
megastar, so obviously he's going to go where he wanted to, or he was going to do the Kawhi route where he wants to go to the Nets or Philly. They send him to the Magic or whatever. He
yeah.
go there for a year.
Yeah.
They make some noise, they make a run, whatever, but then eventually he's going to get to where he wants to get to because that's the power they have in this league.
Right. They skipped the middleman and just sent him where he wanted to go. I was surprised, honestly. I thought Houston would have like held on to him until they got like a way better package. But
Right. You would think, but I mean, it's all a gamble in that type of business because I mean, the fallout they was having, some teams are probably looking like, well, he's James Harden, but I don't want that persona in my locker room or whatever. But then some people
right.
is like, oh, he's just doing that to speed up the process. He's still James Harden, so we'll take him. So I mean, and then you gotta think what was the best offer they got also. So I mean, it's probably like a lot of factors into it.
Absolutely, man. And that sent and I was so surprised when I saw Oladipo was in that thing. Like, dang.
Yeah, that's the part that surprised me. I'm like, but at the same time, when they was in the bubble, he was saying he was trying to get out of there. So
Yeah, that's true. It's crazy how it worked out. So Oladipo is now a pace. He's now with the
Rockets.
Rockets. Yeah, and Karis LeVert is a pacer. My bad. That's ridiculous. Who do you think won between like Indiana and Houston? Who came out on top between those two?
Between between who you said? Oh yeah, I was looking
Houston
at the
and
article.
yeah, Houston and Indiana because they got Jared Allen, which is really good. And
Exactly. I would say pro. It kind of well off bat the Rockets won because all the picks they got. So I was trying to look at it like players at the players they got and the players Indiana got.
right.
And depending on how the season goes and how Victor gels out there, potentially the Rockets win that. That's the only reason I'm leaning more towards the Rockets winning that trade. Because I mean, Karis LeVert is great. They got a 2023 second round pick from Houston that could is what it is. So I don't think they really got too much, but they're kind of in that rebuilding phase as well. So I think the Rockets definitely won, even if you take the picks out of consideration. What about you?
I still feel like Indiana looks nasty, bro. Because they
I
were
mean,
already like right there on the verge, but Karis has been balling, and now you're gonna give them a lot more shot opportunities. Like, I really feel like Indiana's gonna look actually gonna make some noise in the playoffs. But we all
I ain't
know
gonna see.
Brooklyn is. We all know Brooklyn was the team that pretty much won that whole thing. Because look at them, all
No
those
doubt.
stars.
I'm
Man,
surprised that they didn't trade Kyrie though. That's what I was really looking at because they could have just
right?
they probably tried that and the Rockets was like, nah, we good.
Yeah, yeah, we straight.
Like,
Nah,
do
no,
y'all even know where Kyrie's at? Oh, okay, yeah, that's
I
what I thought. Never mind.
see. At the same time, though, man, if you could get Kyrie to show up, bro, that boy is a bucket. We all know that. But at the same time, it's difficult to come to that conclusion that what I would trade Kyrie for Harden straight up because I don't know if that makes you better, though. You know?
I, if we're just talking about the straight up trade, or
Yeah, if it was Kyrie for Harden, straight up, I don't know if that
Definitely.
makes either team better.
That
Like
makes the Nets a lot better. Think about
losing
it.
Kyrie,
Yeah, but you're getting
uh,
James Harden. You got two MVP caliber players.
well, now they got three, my
Two
dude.
Hall of Famers though. Like you know what I'm saying? So I would have for straight
Facts.
up, hell yeah. What has
Me
Kyrie done? And you know, in his entire career by himself.
got a championship.
I said by himself.
Game 7.
I said by himself. But like no
I
this
mean,
like no shade to him. I'm saying like what has he like when has he led his team, you know, the deep playoff run and stuff like you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like disrespect and throw
I
shade,
feel you.
but
I understand.
like James
Yeah, I
Harden
mean,
can take you there. He's been taking you know, he is what it is, but I mean he's been battling in the West also.
right. Yeah, and he been running every time he gets to the Western Conference Finals. It's like there's a juggernaut he got to meet up against. It's like, dang.
Even if you take that out of the equation, which one is in the MVP topic? Which has finished, I guess, like in the MVP rankings in like top five, like last 5 years. Not to mention
Yeah,
he
it's been
actually has
Harden.
one. So like you know what I mean? So I'm like definitely,
Yeah,
definitely like
averaging 34 in his sleep, man. That's
exactly like
crazy.
Kyrie is definitely a baller. Not nobody can deny that, but like you don't know where his head's at any given time. So it's just like, well, can you get? Nobody has been able to get him to commit post that Cavaliers era.
Yeah,
So like straight up, dog. Yes, James Harden is getting his money, so you know he's gonna play.
right. That's true. It's very true.
So
Harden's gonna show up to every game, and he gonna give you 30
exactly because the
easily.
Nets locker room was saying stuff about Kyrie last season.
Right. That's kind of bogus on top of that because they know everybody knows how good Kyrie is, but it's like the intangibles that everyone has questions about.
No
Like
leadership.
the leadership
No.
qualities. I don't know if I want to say he has no leadership, but I feel like we haven't
Oh, come
he
on.
hasn't proven us otherwise. He hasn't proven
What
us that
year
he
is
could
he in? Like how many years
I,
are you gonna give him to prove that?
listen, man. I
He like
thought
28.
Boston he had a chance
That's the
when he
perfect
was in
example.
Boston.
Can you speak on that
When he
Boston
was in
situation, dog?
Hey man, he was hurt.
Oh, come on.
That's all I got. That's all I
I'm talking
can
about that
say,
second
bro.
year.
Homie was hurt.
Look at
That
what Jason
second year,
Tatum
he
is.
was.
Imagine that with
Tatum
Kyrie.
was. All of them wanted they minutes, man. Everyone wanted to shoot.
Oh, come on. Kyrie being
There's
a
only one
veteran in
ball.
that locker room and a champion, like, come on, this is the perfect time. He asked for that. He wanted his own
Yeah,
team because of the whole
yeah.
LeBron stuff, but he got his own team and like, what did he do with it? The first year, okay, he was
Terry
hurt.
Rozier wasn't having that.
Hey, but I'm saying
Rozier
though,
was not.
this is like as a leader, you kind of have to, situate all that. Like I said, he's the veteran in that locker room. He was a proven champion. So like, why
Right.
wouldn't they listen to you? Especially like being the leader, like you have to deal with those issues that might arise. Like, oh well, I want more shots. Oh well, I want more playing time. Like that was the perfect time for him to step up and do that, but he
But on
didn't.
top I think another problem was they realized that even without him, they were really good. And when that happened, when they realized they were like 1 or 2 games away from getting to the finals without Kyrie, I feel like that put a huge wedge in between him and the
But
team because they were like, man, we can do
on
this.
the flip side of that though, it's like, damn, if
Right?
we one game away from the finals and we got Kyrie coming back, oh, it's a cakewalk.
Should have been.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Should have
mean,
been.
that whole Boston situation is definitely not his fault. 100%. I'm not saying that at all. But like, in regards
Right.
to that, his leadership, if he would have showed any proven leadership, it could have went differently.
Right. There was a few games. I think it was Milwaukee that they lost to, and it felt like he kind of just like wasn't he wasn't hitting shots like we expected him to.
In the
So
playoffs.
yeah,
But I mean, you
the last run,
as a superstar though, you gotta find other ways though. If you not, if you don't, what I'm saying, if you don't have a hot hand tonight, then make a play. Like
right?
set it up. You don't have to always score to, be considered clutch in those type of moments. You gotta make the right play.
Absolutely. Man, I got a question though. Would you put James Harden in the starting lineup
For the Nets?
for the Nets? Yeah.
Are you joking or like what? Like what do you mean?
No, I'm dead ass. I'm serious. Would you put James Harden in the starting lineup?
The guy that just got from Houston?
Yeah,
Would I put
that
him
dude.
in the starting lineup? You said
Yeah, the dude averaging 34 points. Yeah,
so like the first five players to play the game. Like that's who you talking about? The one with the
yeah,
beard?
yeah, yeah. That guy. You saw him?
Wait, it's a joke. Wait, okay, stop playing.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious,
What do
bro.
you
The bench
mean?
is depleted, bro. They bench is
If
depleted,
anybody's
man.
coming off the bench, it's Kyrie. Like what you
Dang,
mean?
for real?
Look,
For
look
real?
at what he's doing,
You you would take Kyrie and put him on the bench?
bro.
Dang.
Look at how he's been acting. Like why there
I
has to be
mean,
some type of repercussions from that. Like you would still trust Kyrie? Like yes, he's a bucket. We got that, but like from a culture standpoint, like you would let that rock?
see, I'm a Spurs fan, and from the Popovich
Oh,
school,
Papa would
like,
have
bruh,
man.
I'm gonna be real, man. He would have been in that trade.
Again.